just reiterate yourself there. When I'm pressed upon, I give on to those, of course, and all in a nutshell what I just said. Because at some point, everybody gets down. I don't look at anybody, I'm up here, you're down there, because in a twinkling of an eye, I could be exactly where they are. So I want somebody to do the same for me. That's a little bit about me in that area. Some ideas for improvement for the fire department. The fire service chaplain, I had the opportunity to go to the class, and this is not necessarily trying to push anybody to be a Christian in your way or anybody's way, but just simply to have, when we respond to so many calls, somebody needs to be there to be able to talk to the people, addressing them without putting your ideas on other people. Sometimes you just might need to just stay there. They might just need it, if you don't mind me demonstrating, they just might need you just to be just holding. You don't have to say a word. So having that part of the fire service, I think that would be great for us, many of us that can, to participate in that class. Just as we do at the fire academy before doing the evolutions, there's no harm in maybe saying a word of prayer before we go into, because we do a lot of extensive training, dangerous trainings. Making everyone accountable for their actions, good or bad. If a person do something good, commend them. If they do something bad, critique it, let them know where you went wrong. Working environment, that could be a major improvement, not just only here in the fire department, in any department. We know how hostile environments can be, not necessarily saying violence, but you come in, if I had a bad night, a coworker had a bad night, the only thing between us is air. The only thing is that. So create a good work environment in terms of knowing each other. I got a quote out of a good book, just off the top of my head. In the scriptures, whatever Bible you're reading from, it would say, know them that labor among you. So, not going to church on that one, but anyway, moving on, I believe that was it. Also, I just want to share a few things about myself again, during my time here. It was a while before we could get classes to go to start, to further our education in the fire service. Since that time, being able to get classes, I furthered my education in the fire service, and when the opportunity presented itself, I was able to go to the hazmat class and become a hazmat tech. Because of the fact that we are around waterways, airways, railways, a lot of things are coming through our city. So having a pretty staffed out group of young men and group of people that can assess something and deal with it when it happens versus having to call a whole lot of people in, it's just good to have techs here that can probably step in and control the situation until somebody greater in knowledge comes to help us out. So I've done that to help myself as well as to help the fire department here in my city. That was one that stands out with me. As well, being as part of the waterways and airways and railways, so to speak, we also have airport. I was able to further my education as well as better known as ARF class. We went there, some of the firefighters went up, we got certified through the Mississippi State Fire Academy, and became airport certified as well, because we don't know what shift any kind of incident will go down. We need to be ready at all times. So I was able to do that amongst many other firefighters and BCs and lieutenants have the same certification. Also, last but not least on my list is with the EMS system, the EMR. I was able to go pass the national registry for the EMR, because we all know between natural sicknesses, illnesses, accidents, or whatever is called upon them where medical attention is needed, that was another way that I was able to help my department, serve my department, and help and serve myself as well. Being able to go and to assess the situation until people of higher knowledge get there, that moment may mean life or death to somebody. And we've done that as well. A little bit on the personal end of having EMR. My dad went through a sickness and illness about 2 years ago, give or take. And just by my being EMR certified and knowing a little bit about it, you know, I was able to understand what the doctors and the nurses were saying, and I was able to relay that back to my family. Because had I not had the certification, I wouldn't have, you know, I would have been lost just like they would have been. But simply having that area of the medical end of it, it helped me, even apart from the fire department. And that's something money can't buy, so to speak. I get emotional talking about that, so y'all please just bear with me if you would. Last but not least, again, the things that we can implement to help us out in the fire department as well in terms of tools to work with. Just a couple of shifts ago, maybe, one of our firefighters did a class on mass casualty. And I was thinking about at the very, very end, this is very, very small, but can be big at the same time. And it dealt with the part on triage. And it boils down to do a proper triage, you can have certain tools that you need to label and mark people. And at the end, it hit my mind before we left out. So why not just get an assorted pack of Sharpies and markers to have on us and have it in every truck that we can have, anybody can have access to marking triage patients. And that kind of stood out to me as well. So that's basically all I have right now. Appreciate your time once again, and for hearing what I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll call you, LT, we'll call you in just a couple, 3-4 minutes.
Woodrow, I just wanted to say a few things prior to us starting this. Of course, you know, you're interviewing to get a position to go up to the State Fire Academy for fire inspection. We're getting ready at the fire department, once we get the people we choose sent up there and sent back, we're revamping and ramping up the inspections. We plan on inspecting every business in the city, and not only inspections, but doing pre-fire planning and things like that. Well, also, part of that position will be to, you know, we'll be sending bumpers with you, so you'll be training firemen and things in the ways of inspections and pre-fire planning and things like that. Of course, there is no extra payment for doing this. You know, your benefit out of this will be that you will be getting this class, you'll be getting this knowledge to help the city out and help you out in your career. Are you okay with all of that?
Fine.
All right, well, let's get started here on the first. I'll ask the first, and we'll just go pass around and ask you a few questions. What interests you about this opportunity to attend the NFPA 1031 Fire Inspector 1 class?
Well, simply because of the fact that I know that a lot of buildings, there are a lot of new structures coming up, and there are a lot of old structures as well. And these particular facilities may have changed over from a hair parlor to a restaurant, for instance, and we all know the difference that they're going to occupy their business to cater to what they're doing, but sometimes something may go missed, and may need to be revisited by inspections.
What skills and strengths can you bring to the fire inspection program?
Well, I have good people skills. I know how to operate and speak, and I've heard this word so much within the last year. I know how to de-escalate real well.
What are your career goals if selected for this class?
My career goal would be, first and foremost, to go as high as I can. being my age, I'm 50, I'll be 51 next month, but it goes, let's go as high as I can to achieve greater knowledge. I don't like being in a position of not knowing. And if anything in terms of position comes up higher than this, or even if this position that I'm interviewing for, if it becomes something greater, I will be in a position to approve that, to have that.
Okay.
If chosen to attend Fire Inspection 1 class, describe your level of commitment you are willing to give to assist multiple fire department inspections program.
Well, it's just what it says, and that one word stands out to me is being committed. If that means getting out of my bed at 12 o'clock at night, if that's what I signed up for, that's no problem. I commit myself to the best of my ability to make sure that the city is getting what's needed, and that the business and the owners are getting what they need. So again, I will commit myself in every facet of work of committing. And of course, that will be under the guidance of my chief and whoever's over me. I won't go past boundaries that I'm not well knowledgeable in, but I will commit myself to the best of my ability.
Give us one example of an instance where you have shown leadership qualities and describe how you feel it helped make a difference in our department.
Okay, well, let's see. I can remember having 18 bullets, fuel spill out of our team. And short before we had a couple of lieutenants retired since then, I believe. But anyway, I was able, due to my training, without a hazmat suit on, I was able to get up under the truck and pamper up a severe leak that was coming from an 18-wheeler. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we had 1 or 2 new people at that time. I was showing leadership in them, but I was not afraid to do what I need to do because I wasn't thinking about myself. I was thinking about the fact that all the fuel that hadn't gotten into the water, get into the water and contaminate the water. So I felt like I stepped up to show great leadership in doing that because that's a form of a hazmat scene as well.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to us?
No, sir. I just once again appreciate the opportunity to be able to interview for this position. And the fact that, as you stated earlier, that it's not a paid position, but, how much could you pay for knowledge? And that's my thing. I just appreciate y'all opening this door and letting us do this.
Well, we thank you for coming in today, and just to let you know, we will finalize this process today, and before close of business today, we'll let you know if you've been chosen for one spot.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Is there anything that the panel would like to
Okay.
maybe say to him, help improve and enhance his abilities next go round?
Use your spell check. Great layout. I was really excited with your layout of the PowerPoint. Make sure you use spell check to make sure your words are spelled right. So spell check is your friend.
Never worry about your emotions when you do something like that, because when people see you actually get emotional about something that you're talking about, they know it means a lot to you. And I've interviewed people before that were nearly to the point of tears, but it showed me that they were
Passion.
a type of person that had passion and commitment to something. So never worry about that. But just on my end, when we asked you the question, what skills and strengths can you bring to this fire inspection program? You were born and raised here, or you were raised here for a lot of your life. You know the city. So that's just something else to think about. You know the city, you know the people. Think about that.
And don't be scared to use the fire chapel, because you do what you do.
You better do
And
that.
I think that's something that I use as a strength when we have big scenes. I rely on you. Because you've been there, you know what to say.
That's right.
Don't ever think don't ever think that, oh, I
Don't
can't do
discount
that.
it.
Don't do
Yeah,
not
don't discount that power.
Because, look, that is huge on big cities.
It is.
Tragic scenes, not only for the people, but for our guys. You know that we're human too, so don't
They
ever
come-
think,
yeah.
you know, I worry about people worried about that, don't ever worry about that. Even say in an interview, as a strength, like you said, they rely on me, they do rely on me. So I just wanted you to know that, don't ever discount that, okay?
You say you got anything?
Yeah, I'll ask the same question I did last time. If somebody, if Captain Munoz or Chief Bozer needs you to come in on your off day to do a big inspection, would you be willing to do that?
I'll be willing to do it if I'm not already, of course, if I have a second job, but if I'm not out in the construction field and doing anything along that line, I'll be.
That'd be a rare occasion.
That's fair. Yeah.
You know, we could possibly, if we get a big hotel that, could enhance your training or something, that you might want to be a part of. It's not, things like that.
And it may never happen, but just one of those.
And I'm just gonna say, I enjoyed your answer on the commitment, and I wish you'd have went deeper into the chaplain, because I know you, and I know what's in here.
That's right.
So, but good job, okay?
Right.
Real good.
Good job.
I thought you did good with confidence in speaking about the things that you've done. I was looking for that. You were able to articulate that part very well, the things that you've done. So I agree with what they said. Good job.
Thank you,
That's
man.
it, then.
Appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hey, you look good too.
Yeah, good job, man.
Thank you.
Just a little hint, next time you go before one of these committees, when you get up, tell them thank you, which you did. Walk around, shake your hand, everything.
Okay, I'll start now.
Pleasure.
Appreciate you, LT.
Thank you.
Good job, good job.
All right.
Let's see.
That was good, because I know how hard he has
Doing something.
He's probably the hardest person.
Yeah.
But to get one behind you, see
Yeah.
there the next one.
But go back to that, hazmat, just because I know what he did, he put a diaper, he made like a diaper on the truck till we.
He banded it or
He
something.
banded it with like a diaper,
Mhm.
and he got it stopped enough till we could get a pool.
Okay, okay, so he did.
So he did,
Made a huge difference.
Yeah, and he got up under there with firefighters standing around going, what are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I can do that, so.
What's Strong's first name? Austin?
Awesome.
And that was kind of great, that one on each shift.
Mm-hmm, they worked out.
Yeah, worked out.
So the other two, strong.
No, he's a shift.
Okay, so
Yeah.
He's here though.
He's probably here.
That's all it's called.
We get it slowed down.
We'll get rid of some more coffee.
I always feel and hurts me when I see somebody getting nervous.
Now you want a problem,
I was in a Chevron interview one time, in the first 30 seconds, I thought I was gonna get sick. I was just horrified, and finally I shook it off and, oh goodness.